Yo, in this clip, I'm gonna be ranking every single Warframe in Warframe. This is for level cap, as you can see. This is not for like, oh, I can use Mirage in normal star chart and I can nuke and I'm cool. No, this is gonna be roughly for level cap content. How good the Warframes can perform in level cap missions. I am not gonna go over, like, for example, Saren. Where the fuck is she? Saren. I'm not gonna go over her fourth ability, like how good it is in normal star chart. I'm not gonna go over that. I don't care. She's not gonna be ranked according to that. She's gonna be ranked according to how good she is in level cap situations, right? So let's get started. This is gonna be a very detailed tier list. I'm gonna be having the game here just to showing you like what the Warframe does, what he's good for, what he's not good for, what's his weakness, what he's lacking, all that shit. So yeah, let's get started. Let's not waste any time because this is, as you can see, a lot of Warframes. It's gonna take some time. So first off, we have Ash. This is Ash. His first ability throws out some shurikens. Let me just spawn some enemies. If you have his first ability augment, it armor strips enemies instantly. It's not a permanent armor strip, I don't think, but it's very handy. You can just armor strip with one button and then kill the enemies, you know. Second ability, he goes invincible. With the augment, you gain, which is named like Smoke Shadow, Smoke Shadow gives you 150% critical chance while invincible. So now, I'm guaranteed orange crits, as you can see. Because I have plus 150 crit chance. His third ability, it's very bad. It's pretty useless. It's just teleporting near enemies. Or like right on top of them. Fourth ability, he's doing this shit to the enemies, doing a lot of slash damage. Pretty useful in low level content. And low steel pad content, like level 100. So, can this guy get to level cap? Yeah, absolutely. He can go invincible, so he doesn't need any shield gating, shield tanking, any of that bullshit. You can focus on different stuff like Vigorous Swap, for example, to boost his damage. Wait, let me show you. Vigorous Swap on equip gives you extra damage, free damage basically. So you don't need any survivability on Ash because he goes invincible. So although he has two useless abilities. He's got his third that just does nothing. He has his fourth that is not good against steel path enemies, level cap enemies, right? So, in my opinion, he's gonna go around like here, B tier. He's good. He can go to steel cap very efficiently, very easily. He's just not in the top, you know? He's not S tier, he's not A tier. He's playable. He's very playable. He's B tier. Next up we have Atlas. I don't use Atlas, but Atlas has only one thing that is going for him. And that is, wait, let me show you his abilities. In my opinion, this is a useless Warframe, by the way. So, let me show you. First ability, first ability, what does that do? Bash enemies, and that's dependent on your melee weapon. So if you have a good melee weapon, you can actually do a lot with Atlas. This can one-shot enemies if you have it built correctly. This is the only thing that is keeping Atlas at his place, because this is pretty broken once you have it built up with a decent build, functioning decent build. His second ability does this wall that can protect you, I guess. Pretty useless ability. If you press it again, he detonates it or rolls the ball towards enemies. Pretty useless. His third ability is Petrify. Stuns enemies, and you do increase damage to them when you are punching them with your first ability. Very good, very, you know, You can stun them, you can do extra damage. It's perfect for his kit. And last, his fourth ability. He summons 2 dumb AI that doesn't do a lot, as you can see. And you can't recast it, so you actually have to kill them and recast it again. So these guys are not even following you, they're just attacking random enemies for no damage. So yeah, useless ability. If you want to use Atlas, absolutely you can. I would say he can get to level cap, although he needs survivability, because he has no armor, he has no health, no shields, he needs survivability. He's a weak Warframe when it comes to survivability, but he can go to level cap quite easily, right? So I'm gonna put him up here. I don't think he's that good though. So he's like B minus. He's gonna be like situational, but he can go to level cap. If you have a decent build on Atlas, you can easily take him to level cap. But yeah, he is pretty situational. Like I'm not gonna run Atlas over some Corpus mission, you know? Because Corpus have shields, and Atlas has like heavy impact attacks with his first ability, obviously. So I wouldn't run it against Corpus, for example. So he's pretty situational. Next up, Banshee. I'm gonna put her here. I'm gonna show you what Banshee does. Wait. Okay, so first ability. She has an augment that can fully, permanently armor strip enemies. So you just use it like this. 3 times, boom. These guys will never have armor again unless you kill them. Sorry, until you kill them. So yeah, very good augment. Second ability. She will summon some weak spots on the enemies, these little things, like the color, this orange-ish color, and that will do, that will like I can't say the word, it will multiply your damage depending on your strength. So the damage that I do to that enemy will be multiplied by 10 times almost, 9.7 times. Yeah, that's deadly. Let me find a guy that actually has a little armor and get a thing on his head, if I can. Okay, it's fine. My game's lagging, so let me just... Yeah, there you go. Look at this. See that? So yeah, very, very, very strong ability. Her third ability is called Silence. This ability stuns enemies, makes them vulnerable to more damage, even more damage with your second ability, Synergized, and it silences any special attack of an enemy. For example, Violence disables your abilities, right? Like the Acolyte in Steel Path. If you use Silence, he will no longer disable your abilities. You're countering him, you know? Eximus units cannot use their abilities because you're silencing them. And her fourth ability, I have it subsumed with Gloom. Let me show you. Her fourth ability is useless. Like, does nothing. Useless ability. Do not use it. My game is lagging so much, bro. Look, useless, drains your energy, does no damage. So yeah, you're usually what you want to. It's usually what you want to subsume. So preferably something that can give her lifesteal or slow down enemies like Loom. So yeah, she is a very decent Warframe. I would say can easily go level cap, easily, very efficiently, on her own. No team is needed. Baruch. Um, I don't play Baruch, but I could tell you very easily how good he is. He's a very good Warframe. He's not bad at all. I just don't play him because I find him boring. But he's strong. He's very strong. His first ability, I don't even want to talk about him. Yeah, first ability. Dodging all incoming projectiles, but only while not attacking. So basically, this ability, right? Whenever enemies shoot me, I won't take damage. But if I attack enemies, now I am taking damage from projectiles. So this is a dumb ability. You don't need this. Second ability. makes enemies sleep, and it gives you more stacks. Gives you more stacks of your third ability. Your third ability basically activates your restraint on the right hand side here, and the more enemies you kill or damage gives you stacks. So you activate the third, your second. You see how it's going down, the white bar, the right side. That means I'm getting stacks, and I'm also putting enemies to sleep. I'm disarming them. Very good. And once you have like a decent amount of stacks, you can use your fourth ability, which summons your exalted weapon that does crazy amounts of damage if you have it modded correctly. In my case, I don't have it modded correctly because I don't use Baruch. But trust me, this melee weapon is broken. If you have it modded, it can maybe go near level cap, not level cap, but near. Like me personally, I don't like Baruch, but he can easily go to like in survival missions. He can be strong. Like you can prime enemies with your primer, and you can kill them with your fourth ability. Pretty strong. If you like a Warframe that has an exalted melee, Baruch is a pretty solid choice. He's not bad. Like definitely, he's not bad. But I have no idea where to rank him. I'm gonna be honest. I would say situational. He's pretty good though. Like he's as good as he's better than Atlas definitely. Wait, let's do this. There we go. Okay, Caliban. I have some bad news for you. So ever since they released Caliban, okay, let's start. Let's start with the passive. Wait. Okay, let's go over the passive here. Allies within affinity range gain up to 50% resistance to the types of damage they are currently taking. I guess it's pretty decent, right? So, first ability. Becoming a spinning vortex of death. Yeah, very good explanation by DE, whatever. Basically, you do damage, you heal, and you apply any damage applied to you back to the enemies. Basically, this is what this ability does. Let me show you. So if you tap it, you apply damage, and if you hold it, you deflect damage. Just making sure I'm not missing something. Okay, yeah, that's it. I'm bugged, it's fine. Lagging quite a bit, but I don't care. Sentient Wraith. So this ability basically makes you tanky. I have 69% damage vulnerability with my strength, and skills of par strength. Pretty decent ability, like also stuns enemies, as you can see, crowd control, all that good stuff. The third ability, bro, this is actually pretty good. Third ability, you summon a sentient, or multiple sentients, that will heal you, they will fight for you, they're like decoys, they will heal, as you can see I have overshields, top right hand side, so they're shielding me, and they're protecting me from enemies. Is it good? I guess if you want to heal with shields, yeah, it's pretty good. Next up, fourth ability. Does this animation and permanently armor strips enemies. And this is Caliban. That's all he does. Remember, makes you tanky, heals you, and does very trash damage to enemies with his first. I would say there is only one feature in this Warframe, because his abilities, first of all, cost a lot of energy, so you're gonna have to build him with efficiency. Look at how much energy this is. That's 60 energy for one heal and for one sentient. And this guy has no augments that are increasing his energy, so how are you gonna make him work? The only feature that he has is the permanent armor strip. I mean, look at this. That's so good. That's so good. But that's the only thing that this guy is useful. Like, oh, I can be tanky and crowd control enemies. Okay, well, I'm gonna show you other Warframes that can do that better and buff your damage. So yeah, this guy definitely is only for one feature, in my opinion. Chroma, Chroma, Chroma. I think that you're expecting me to put Chroma here. But what if I told you that he's here? And let me show you why. So Chroma is there because there's one unique thing that Chroma can do, and nobody talks about it. Let me show you. So I wanna show like the most obvious thing. Wait, with his. So I'm just gonna go over it very quickly. His passive is one of the worst passives in the game. He's the only Warframe who can triple jump. Bro, I'm bugged from the fucking Caliban. It's fine. So I can triple jump. 1, 2, 3. That's my passive. That's all it does. Okay, first ability. Breathes fire into enemies or any element you want, but this doesn't do any damage, right? And I can't use my guns. So this is a useless ability. My second ability, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna show this Warframe and then reset. Second ability, you have 4 options. Depending on what you mod to Chroma, what emissive color, heat gives you health, damage per second, and status chance. Electricity gives you shield. Okay, I'm gonna save you the trouble. What you want to use is cold. Gives you armor and damage multiplier. All of the rest are pointless. Okay? So I have cold, I have armor and damage multiplier. And my third ability, wait, I don't have it because it's in a different build. There we go. It's Vex armor. Basically, I become tanky when I take damage. And if I take damage, I also gain a base damage multiplier. Basically, I'm stronger with my base damage. And this is very, very, very good against if you're using Glaive. Because Glaive, if you didn't know, needs base damage to do more damage. So right now, I have 329% more multiplicative base damage. Look at this. My game's lagging so much. There you go. 2 million, you see that? This is why Chroma is usable with Glaive. Look at this shit. It's insane damage. It's better than people think. He's better than people think. He's usable because he's literally unkillable as well. Like, if the enemy shoot you, they're gonna be slowed down. Glaive is doing so much damage because it's still from base damage. Also, my damage skills in the top right corner, in the top right side of the screen, every 100 health I take, I'm getting a damage bonus. Look at that. And of course, let me show you this. My fourth ability is useless. Is this guy, he stuns enemies and he makes you weaker. He removes your armor basically. But if you're doing Profit Taker, this is the perfect Warframe for Profit Taker. Because in Profit Taker, you're getting credits, right? And this ability gives you bonus credits. Credit multiplier times 2. So you could run him with Glaive in Survival, in Steel Path, with Glaive Crime. He's gonna be very good and unkillable because he has so much armor and he's constantly healing from his third and second ability. So he's literally gonna be like Revenant, unkillable, and if you're using Glaive, you're gonna be seeing millions and billions of damage because Glaive scales of base damage and multiplicative damage, but it also scales with base damage because it's a thrown projectile. It's not a weapon, you know, it's a thrown projectile. so it scales with base damage.
Ready to depart on your order.
Alright, next Warframe. Okay, no, wait. I'm gonna place him here. Situational. Playable though. He is very playable. He's not as bad as people think. Like when you see Chroma, you go Profit Taker. No, he is usable. He's usable with thrown projectiles. I'm not saying that he's crazy good or anything. He has some purpose. He's not like Caliban where you just use him for armor stripping, you know? He has some use. Okay. Next up, we have my girl Citrine. So, this is my list, okay? I don't care what anybody tells you. Citrine is not S tier. She's very good and versatile. Very easily to get to the level cap, but she can't do any other mission other than disruption and disruption, survival, and there was one more. And excavation. Kinda. I mean, no, not even. She can't even do excavation. So what I'm saying is, let me explain what Citrine does. So, by the way, Citrine is the best support. One of the best supports. She's not the best support, but she's one of the best. You will not be disappointed to have a Citrine on your team. That's what I'm saying. Citrine is good everywhere. What I'm saying is, she can't solo, like defense, for example. If you're going for endless defense, Citrine can't do it alone. She needs like a Gara, or something, you know? I mean, if you're using like a protective sling for that vulnerability, you probably can, but it's very niche, right? So, Citrine's first ability, you see this, these crystals above the enemy's head? That means that if this enemy dies, he will drop me health orbs and energy orbs. This ability is so fucking good. Like, it's amazing. Imagine you have like a group of enemies. Boom. They will all drop you energy and shield and health orbs. So you never have to worry about Zenuric, you know, Wellspring, Energizing Dash, you know, the thing that recharges your energy. You don't have to worry about those things. And you don't need Arcane Energize to run a Citrine because she has so much energy, you know? Just by killing enemies, you get energy. There, I just got energy and health. So if you use Equilibrium, you get additional energy. And that's only her first ability. By the way, her passive, Citrine grants nearby allies 5 health regeneration per second. If you pick up an energy orb, you increase that regeneration. You see on the right side, I have 7.7 health regeneration per second. So if I take an a health orb, wait, now I have 7.8. So every health orb is 0.1 bonus. That maximizes at 25 HP per second. Her second ability gives you 90%, depending on power strength, 90% damage reduction to anything. Damage reduction. So you can get overshields with this, you can be tanky, unkillable almost, all of that good stuff. Very decent ability, right? Gives you additional survivability if you're going for a shield tank build. If you're going for a shield getting build, however, you don't need this ability. This ability is pointless. Third ability. Summons this crystal that scales with range. As you can see, this rainbow thing is the range of the ability. If I shoot someone with it, let me read so I can explain it better. So it gives you heat, cold, toxin, and electricity status effects. Depending on your power strength, gives you a ridiculous amount of status chance and status duration on all of those elements. So look at this. I shoot one enemy, look at that. Look at the status effects. And he's getting stripped because I have corrosive on my light too. Look at all these elements. It's insane. This is the best status ability in the game. I'm not even coping. This is the best status. Look at that. And the best part about this ability is that you can pair it very well with slash weapons, because slash is also a status, right? So if you shoot someone or melee someone with slash, you have 250%, almost 50% status chance and status duration. So the slash will keep fucking up the enemies even longer. For example, I use Sporothrix because Sporothrix is one of the best slash weapons in the game with this build right here. If you don't have if you don't have a Riven, just use a Bane mod. That's it. But my Riven is giving me multi-shot, crit damage, whatever. Let me show you. You cast this ability, shoot an enemy, look at all the slash, look at the damage. And I subsume my fourth ability. Let me explain what the fourth does. This is not her fourth, this is a helmet ability. So, let's say there's a billion slash procs on an enemy, right? If I cast this ability, all of those slash procs will be casted in one second. So let me show you. Cast my third. I do this. This guy has 200 slash procs. Wait, that didn't do it fast enough. These guys are way too weak. Wait. Okay, let me activate some Demolist so you can see like the power. Demolist. Okay, let me do this guy. So you want to do this far away from the Demolist so he doesn't deactivate it. Look at this. 2 million slash on this enemy. That's how insane this third ability is on Citrine. And her fourth ability... One sec. Her fourth ability. Whoops. Let me summon enemies. There you go. Summons these red crystals. These red crystals, if you shoot them, give you guaranteed red crits on any weapon. The Sporothrix has 1% crit chance, and it's still red crits. You see where I'm going with this, right? Look at the slash. Remember, slash is scaling of base damage. So if I use my fourth and this, it's gonna be even deadlier. So yeah, this is insane. This is an insane Warframe. I'm telling you. You don't even have to subsume anything, realistically. Like, this is a perfect Warframe if you want red crits, status build, all of that good stuff. But she's lacking... What she's lacking? She's lacking some survivability, and she's also lacking, like, if you had to defend something, how are you gonna defend it? You know what I mean? She has no crowd control. He's lacking crowd control. So yeah, very versatile, very good Warframe. Can easily go to level cap. Amazing, amazing Warframe. She's just not meta. She's not like S tier. She's low S tier. She's S minus or A plus. Alright, that's all for Citrine. Next up, Dagath. Where would I put Dagath? Let me see. I think here, honestly. I think at the bottom of B tier. B tier, no B minus, no B plus, just bottom of B tier. So what can Dagath do? Wait, Dagath. There we go. Can I press it? Thank you. Okay, first ability. You are guaranteed to proc a viral on enemies. Boom, 10 stacks. See that? 10 stacks of viral. You want a free primer? There you go, first ability. Bam. 10 stacks on every single enemy that is close to me. Well, not every single, but if you go in the middle, there you go. Every single enemy, almost. This guy has 8. Yeah, but you get the point. You have a free primer. You can just spam this and get viral like that. So yeah, that's a very good ability, I would say, because you can just prime enemies, or you can subsume it. Her first is the best ability to subsume. Her second ability, change enemies. Let me read what the change do, because I forgot. So, any damage you do to these enemies also does viral damage to them, so it also primes them a little bit. Oh no, it doesn't prime them. They're just weaker to viral. Yeah. So if I shoot at this guy, wait, let me see how this works. Yeah, if I shoot at one guy, it's like breachers from Wisp. If I shoot at this guy and I kill him, some damage that I did to him will spread to the enemies within the chain. Where is it? Wait. How does this work? There we go. Okay. I am so confused. One sec. Condemned nearby to their doom, a portion of the damage that God deals is revisited upon them by... Oh, okay. So a portion of the damage that I'm doing will be applied to them. You just have to wait for the... Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see that guy took some damage. Yup, 12,000. That's what it does. So, imagine I do like a crazy viral damage, right? Like something like this. I'll show you. With Sportifix. We wait for the site. So look at that. Half HP. Okay, I see how it works. So you shoot an enemy, and that glaive on top of them will do a portion of the damage that I've already dealt to the enemy. Pretty good, honestly. Pretty good. Third ability gives you critical damage, increases your second ability's critical damage depending on your strength by 223%. It's crazy. Wait, I want to try that. One sec. Oh my god. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I like this Warframe, bro. Okay, yeah. This is why I'm telling you, like, she can easily go level cap. Imagine that on, like, a level cap enemy. You just prime him and you do that to him. He's gonna be dead. Armor strip, you know? And fourth ability, finally. So you're charging some horses, some phantom kites. You do a lot of viral damage to them, 66,000 viral damage depending on your strength, and you also reduce their defense. So the playstyle here is you doom enemies with your second ability. You get them damage redirection. You do this for increased doom, this ability is doom, critical damage, and critical chance. No, sorry, critical damage from anything that you're doing to them, and from doom, from the damage that chains, you know, from doom. And also it says dodge chance. Wait. Oh, you can also dodge their attacks. What? Okay, that's just survivability. And then you do this for defense reduction and the viral. Let me show you. So you activate your third, which is already active. You summon the enemies. You chain them all, and then you use your fourth. Look at this. This is the guy. And it also, if these guys don't die, by the way, they are gonna be, you see that? You saw it? They're armor stripped. So even if you don't kill them all, like, let me do it to Demolist, so you see. He won't die, but he's gonna be armor stripped. That's the beauty of the Goth. Let me show you one. Let me show you again. He didn't die, but he's armor stripped. You see? So this is the Warframe. In my opinion, she's here. She's here, almost here. She's up, definitely above Ashen and Banshee. She's here. I like her. She's very, very easy to get to level cap. The only thing that she lacks is survivability. Crowd control a little bit, I guess. So you could subsume her first ability if you don't want a primer, if you want to run like Epitaph or something. You can subsume her first with Nourish, so you get energy, because she is an energy dependent Warframe. Or you can use it for a snare for grouping ability, survivability ability, up to you. But I would personally run like Nourish for energy, I think. Yeah, probably. But yeah, you get the point. Definitely the very good Warframe. Next up, Ember. She is, I would say here, she is below Baruch. Baruch is better than Ember. But she's usable. She's not terrible. I know some people are gonna be like, bro, really, Ember? Well, yeah, Ember is actually decent. She's a decent Warframe. Let me explain what she does. Oh wait, let me spawn normal enemies, not demos. Heavy gunner. There we go. So the first ability has an augment that will armor strip enemies. If you have the augment. I don't have the augment, but there is. Oh, see? No, I do have the augment. They got damage. You see the armor? Anyway, I don't have the augment. I guess there's an augment that fully armor strips with her first ability. This is the only reason you would ever use this ability, just for armor stripping. So your second ability, Immolation. You see my Immolation meter on the right hand side. If it charges to 100%, I have 100% damage reduction from all attacks from the enemies, but it drains my energy over time. And my third ability does this effect. It basically... Wait. Oh! Okay, I didn't know that. Her third ability armor strips. Wait a minute. Her third ability permanently armor strips. I didn't know that. Okay. So if you want to charge it fast, use your fourth ability. Her fourth ability will launch some fireballs on the enemies and will burn them. So it gives you CC, crowd control, you can walk around, be tanky, and once your immolation meter reaches max, which is like 90% I think? Yeah, 90%. You have 90% damage reduction, but it drains your energy. If you want your energy, if you don't want your energy to be drained, use your third, decharge it a bit, so your energy is not draining over time. And once it's again, you can use it again, and the rhythm keeps on going. So, in my opinion, Ember is very usable. Very usable. She can armor strip, she has decent survivability, she has her fourth for crowd control in Steel Path. In low level content, it can nuke and the entire map, but you use it for crowd control. And you don't need her first ability. So you can get things like Nourish, you can get things like Loom, slow down enemies, you can get things like Defy from Wukong, which basically makes you invulnerable, gives you iframes. So yeah, you can do a lot with Ember, really. You can do a lot with her. Also, her passive, I don't remember what it does. Receive 5 ability strength for every enemy within... Okay, so every enemy you have with flames, you get 5 ability strength. It's actually decent. So this guy has 1 stack, now I have 5% ability strength. You get it? Now I have a lot of ability strength. So if I keep doing this, my damage increases, as you can see. But obviously these guys are armor stripped, so yeah. That's why Ember nukes low level content, because she keeps gaining ability strength. Bro, honestly, I might use Ember a lot more now that I know that she armor strips. I had no idea that she armor stripped, I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, enough about me, no one cares. Equinox. Okay, here's a problem with Equinox. She used to be insane, she still is insane. She still is insane, my bad. I just don't use her anymore. If you wanted an honest review on Equinox, I would say she is pretty efficiently for level cap. She's at the bottom though. She's at the bottom, obviously. Bro, Ember, now that I think about it, I think it's here. Anyway. So, Equinox. She has a day form and she has a night form. The day form... Sorry, I'm gonna start with night form so you don't get confused. So, she has 2 forms, right? She has this form, and she has this form. This form is a female, this form is a male. So this is the knight form. The knight form is all about being tanky and damage reduction. So your first ability changes your form. So this guy has 6 abilities. 6. So second ability, in the knight form, makes enemies sleep, receive more damage because they're asleep, and opens them up for finishers. I'm pretty sure anyway. Yeah, you knock them down, bam! Finisher. You see that? You just make them all sleep, knock them down somehow, punch them, bam! Again. Wait. Now, I'm not good with finishers, but you get the point. Yeah, that's the second, on knight form. Third, gives you damage reduction. It gives you, yeah, damage... Wait... Yeah, gives you damage reduction from all attacks dependent on your strength. And the fourth ability is this effect called Mend, as you can see, Mend. So, what does this do? If I kill an enemy, you see how I have like, wait. Wait, did they change this? 1 second. Oh, no. So, if you take damage, right, you gain stacks. And once you have enough stacks, you can recast this ability, and it will heal your shields and your health. So let's say I was gonna be like 1 HP, and I have this on. It also drains your energy, by the way, as you can see. Both of these abilities drain your energy. So one is for damage reduction, and the other one is to heal you when you're low. So you can instantly cast them to heal you. So she can be a very strong tank, and she can also be a very good DPS Warframe because of her day form. So moving on to the day form, he can do a lot. Now it's a guy, so I'm gonna say his. His second ability makes this guy take a lot more damage. It basically makes him vulnerable. Let me show you. Damage, vulnerability, and speed increase. You give him speed, like you make him angry, and you open him up for damage, basically. And by angry, I mean fire rate, movement speed. But look how weak he's gonna be. Like, look at this shit. Look at all that. Compare this with this. This is much slower, technically. So yeah, you can do this on a bunch of enemies and just make them be one-shot, like that. See what I mean? So third ability, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot what it does because I never used this on Dayform. Okay, says it gives you strength. So I'm guessing you now do even more damage. It's like the same thing. You do even more damage with your weapons or your abilities, basically. Yeah, makes sense. Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, this ability does drain energy if you have it on for too long. And his fourth ability, if you kill enemies this time, it's the same thing with the other one. But instead, this one scales off the kills that you do on enemies. So you see how I have 35,000 on the top right corner here? That means I have 35,000 slash. Remember what I said, it's slash. So if I cast it, wait, let me get some more stacks. Okay, actually it's fine. So if I cast it, they won't take any damage because these guys have armor. As you can see, they tanked it all, right? But I have a build on Equinox with Terrify. What does Terrify do? 100% armor strip from Necros. And I have a bunch of range, so it can armor strip rooms, literal rooms, and then I cast that ability to one-shot them. So let me show you one more time. You activate this ability, you kill a bunch of enemies, just like that. And eventually when they die, one sec. There we go, 525,000. 1 million. Wait, let me just kill him fast. There we go. Okay, I have 2.4 million. So the goal here is kill a bunch of enemies, wait for some more enemies to come, armor strip them, and boom, they're all dead with millions of bleed damage. So why does that work when they don't have armor? Because the armor will absorb the bleed. Let me show you one more time with armor. So this time I'm not gonna armor strip, I'm just gonna kill a bunch of enemies. There you go, 722, 900, look. They are tanking the slash. But if you armor strip, I'll show you one last time. But if you armor strip, they are very weak to slash, because slash does a lot of damage to the health. So these guys are obviously gonna be one shot. So imagine I'm in a survival mission right now with a shit ton of enemies, and I have all those stacks built up. I can just do this and fucking one shot all of them. It's insane. So yeah, this Warframe in survival missions, he can easily go level cap, very easily and efficiently actually. Okay, Banshee's still better though. Banshee's still better. So he's at the bottom of B tier. He's really good for tanking and he's really good for doing damage. You can use it for two things. Very decent Warframe. I do recommend him. Excalibur. I've never been. Oh, sorry. When I started the game, I was an Excalibur fan. I liked this Warframe a lot, but now, unfortunately, he is situational. Basically, let me show you. But he can go for damage cap on certain melee weapons like Nikana, Venka. Let me explain. By the way, Excalibur is better than Excalibur Ubra. Let me show you why. When I go to my operator, Excalibur Ubra will do his own thing. He will crouch, maybe sometimes he can get himself killed, right? If I use my fourth and I go like this, he will waste my energy, and when I go back, I won't have any energy because he's gonna be using my energy. You know what I mean? So let me use a build that doesn't have anything subsumed. Alright, perfect example. So, his first ability. You fly into the air basically, or you just dash forward with your blade. This is the first ability. I'm not kidding. Let me spawn enemies and show you. This is literally the first ability. This is all it does. See? And the damage is so low. This is cool, don't get me wrong, this is very cool, but it's useless. Even if they're armor stripped, this ability doesn't scale with anything. I guess with slash, but you can't really like control it, right? My glaive has so much slash, and this is all it does. You see what I mean? 22 slash. It's just useless, really. It's just a waste of your time using this ability. Second ability is actually pretty useful. It blinds enemies and makes them vulnerable to damage. Any damage. Any damage from your weapons. Not from your... No, actually, wait. Yeah, okay. It boosts your abilities as well. Abilities damage. Sorry, I was wrong. So yeah, it's pretty useful. You can stun enemies, make them vulnerable. Pretty cool. His third ability is supposed to be doing damage. This is the damage it does. Makes them vulnerable to damage. Same with the second ability. But this is supposed to be a nuking thing. You see where I'm going with this? It is useless. There is an augment that boosts your melee damage when you do this per enemy called Furious Javelin. Let me read it for you. Each enemy hit will increase Excalibur melee damage by 15% for 16 seconds. So if I hit like 10 or 20 enemies, I will boost 15 times 20. Or no, sorry, 15% of 20 hits, or whatever. You get the point. So yeah, pretty useful with the augment. Without the augment, subsumable. It's so useless. And his fourth ability is his Exalted Blade. That if you attack, it does this. It has these projectiles that goes through enemies and through walls. As you can see, this is a wall. There you go. It just went through it. Has infinite punch through. This is very strong. If you like this playstyle, this is very strong. But in order to do crazy amounts of damage in level cap, you need to armor strip. It's very good if you have a lot of slash, but you have to armor strip to make it work. It used to be better, don't get me wrong, it used to be better, but right now it's awful and useless. What about his passive? Oh yeah, his passive is the thing I showed you about the operator thing. That he does whatever the fuck he wants when you're in operator mode. So yeah, he's very, very situational. He's usable. He's not terrible. He's usable. But he's so situational. You will almost never use him. Okay, let's move on. Next up is Frost. What do I say? What do I say about Frost? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what Frost does, okay? Before I rank him, I'm gonna show you what he does. Where is my boy Frost? Bro, what? My boy! My boy! Wait. There we go. So, Frost. I want to start with his passive. Because this is what is so annoying about Frost, okay? I want you to read. Oh, wait, no, sorry. First, I want to show you his abilities so you understand. Okay, his first ability. Freezes enemies. This is what it does. Freezes one enemy for like 20 something seconds. I can't remember from the top of my head. This is all it does. I think there's an augment that armor strips, but who gives a shit, right? Armor stripping one enemy when Ash can do it instantly, you know? Second ability, slows down enemies. Let me show you. Scales with range. Slows down. These enemies are not frozen, they're just slowed. Cold procs. Okay, third ability. That's a little bubble that offers protection. But this bubble is easily breakable by these enemies. Look, you see my bubble? They're shooting my cat. Oh, it's already broken. And I'm almost dead. But if you do it close enough, you can freeze them instantly. You do true damage to them, so you can spam this and kill steel path enemies like this, if you want. Right? So he has this feature that is very strong if you know how to use it. But this is all he has, bro. Like, do you really want to use Frost for this? You can use like mod augmented, make it stronger. It's cool. It's cool. But this is all it really is used for, because in the past we used to. Everyone loved the Frost in the past because there wasn't any Warframe that did crazy amount of damage. So if you had to like protect an objective, you would just go to it, do this, and you were chilling. Literally, you had this Frost bubble. Oh, also you can break it with your first ability. It's not even worth mentioning. But yeah, Frost used to be one of my favorite Warframes, bro. He was so like fun to play. Okay, fourth ability. Sorry, I went off the thing here. Fourth ability. Freezes enemies. Freezes rooms of enemies, I should say. Scales with range. And fully armor strips. Permanently. So yeah, pretty useful, right? You can armor strip enemies. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, in order to fully armor strip enemies, you need to have over 240% power strength. So it does take time to get there to armor strip. So yeah, every single one of his abilities are based around slowing down enemies and freezing enemies, right? Now, I want you to read his passive. Striking Frost Prime with a melee attack has a 10% chance to freeze the attacker for 20 seconds. I want you to think about that. What does my first ability do? Freeze enemies. What does my second do? Slow enemies. What does my third do? Freeze enemies. What does my fourth do? Freeze enemies. Right? An enemy has to touch me. Not inappropriately. Has to touch me with his melee weapon. And that has a 10% chance of freezing him. DE, please. Like, what the fuck is this passive, bro? Are you kidding me? Give me something cool, like, if they strike me with a melee attack, for example, I get status invulnerability or something. You know, for 10 seconds even. Something cooler. What the fuck is this passive? Anyway, do I think Frost is decent? Absolutely not. I would personally place Frost here because he's better than Caliban, don't get me wrong. He does have a couple of things that you can use him for. He does have the permanent armor strip with his Frost ability. He does have this niche mechanic that he can kill enemies like this. So he has something going for him. It's not fully useless. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like Caliban that you just armor strip, you know? Alright, next up, Gara Prime. She's a mix between here and here. Here, bottom of this tier. So what does Gara do? Let me show you. Gara was one of the best Warframes, like a year ago or 2 years ago. I can't remember exactly how long, but let me explain to you what she does. Sorry. So let me get a build that I have all of her abilities. There we go. So her first ability, it's this sword thing. You can throw it or you can use it like this to drag enemies. Her second ability, you cast it on an enemy and you have these glasses. And if you walk near the enemies, they take some damage, right? Pretty low damage for now. Now, your third ability summons these spectral things. If they break them, your stacks increase, and if you have the augment, your energy increases. Is there something else? I think... Oh yeah, also they get drugged in it. Pretty sure if they shoot it. Or something like that. Her fourth ability causes this glass, right? So remember, my second ability is Splinter Storm, and I'm getting glasses. Wait. There we go, whatever. So the goal with Gara is to break this, to give you additional glass stacks, and you can keep doing this endlessly, right? And depending on the mods that you have on your melee, called a stat stick, the damage will scale infinitely, and eventually I would walk up to these enemies and one-shot them. Let me show you how. Basically, you need a stat stick. What is a stat stick? A stat stick, it's basically a melee weapon that is not actually a melee weapon. These mods that you see here is to buff my first ability. This one, right? Or my fourth, I should say. So, we do that, we do this, we do this, boom. Now I have more stacks, 230 already. And we just basically keep doing this until we have millions of stacks. And we will start one-shotting enemies. It's insane. So you can see it on the right-hand side. Look, 4,000 stacks. Basically, you keep doing this. 8,000 stacks. Keep doing this. 12,000 stacks. It can go infinitely. It can go up to billions. How do you reactivate it? Simple. You just keep casting your fourth, and the ability recasts by itself. So yeah, this is Gara. She's still useful. She's not bad, but I mean, no, sorry, not useful. She's usable. You can easily go to Steel Pad with Gara, but not insanely strong. Not insanely strong. I would say she's here. In my opinion, she's here. So yeah, next up, Garuda. Next to, or top to Dagath here. Let me explain what Garuda does. So, Garuda. So, it's kind of difficult to explain what she does, but I'm gonna try my best. So her first ability rips off the heart of an enemy. You see that 75k? It scales slash damage. Or impact damage? Yeah, it scales impact damage. So your second ability will do this to an enemy and it will regenerate your health. The third ability rips off your own health for energy. Pretty useful, right? But be careful because you can kill yourself like this. Her fourth ability inflicts slash into enemies. And then, if you use your first ability again, this slash will be multiplied by a lot. And it will one-shot enemies. So the key here is to remove her second ability for grouping abilities such as ensnare, just like I'm doing here in this build. So the goal, what you're trying to do, is this. You want to be in a mission with a bunch of enemies, press your first ability, group them up, press your fourth ability, hold your first, cast it on them, and they're all dead. There you go. So yeah, this scales infinitely. Why? Because it's slash. Slash doesn't get upscaled. Also, she has her talents. Wait, if you don't have a melee weapon equipped, you can use her talents, and her talents are pretty useful actually. You can mod them however you want. Obviously, have them modded for slash. And yeah, these are pretty good. Not bad at all because they have slash. So if I use my fourth on the enemies, watch this. Red crits already. Imagine if I group them up. Yeah, this is fun, isn't it? Very, 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 very strong Warframe. Very strong Warframe. She can easily get to level cap. She's not that versatile, so I'm not putting her in A tier. She's low B. She's very good. Right, next up, Goss, the king. The king of speed, let's say. In my opinion, S tier. Straight up. Straight up S tier. Why though? I will tell you right now. His first ability. You can go as fast as you want across the map, like this. He's dashing very fast, very, very, very fast. I repeat, very fast. You can be speed. Second ability gives you damage reduction? Makes you tanky, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, damage reduction. And energy conversion. Somehow, I don't know how, but gives you energy conversion. So, third ability, Thermal Thunder. I'm pretty sure this armor strips and deals heat and cold to enemies. Let me see. Okay, so it freezes enemies. Wait, what does it do, bro? Freezes enemies? Gives you cold damage and heat damage, and it freezes enemies. And I believe there's an augment that armor strips, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I don't really use his third, that's why I'm not sure. And his fourth ability, get ready. Boosts everything you got. He boosts his first ability, the speed of his first I mean. Boosts your reload speed, your attack speed, your movement speed, your casting speed. Everything, literally. Even your base movement speed. Look at my movement speed. That's why I love Ghost this much. This is why he's S tier. He's so versatile. Like, imagine if I replace his third with like a Nourish, Eclipse, Roar. Nourish, I said it. He's so good. And also, you see how it's 100%? The more you dash around, the more buffs you get. The more reload speed, the more fire rate. You know? That's why Gauss is so strong. He has everything, literally. Look at this. I mean, look at this. Oops, I ran out of Incarnate. Boom, again. Casting speed. Insane. Yeah. Gauss, very good Warframe. Very fun, very good. Broken, needs a nerf, in my opinion. Like, he's so good. So yeah, S tier. I don't need to talk about why he's S tier. What you just saw. Imagine this, what I just showed you, with any loadout. You don't have to use Latium. You can use fucking whatever the fuck you want. You can use Soma with low fire rate. It will be insane. Let me show you. This Soma doesn't have a lot of fire rate, okay? Alright, let me just... There we go. Look at the fire rate. Ready? Look at the fire rate. And it can go even further. Because it's not 100%. Look at this. Look at the reload speed. Instant reload speed. I love this. I love this frame. This frame is one of my favorites. I don't play him that often because I'm retarded, honestly. I don't know why I'm not playing him that often, but he's insane. He's insane, bro. Next up, Grendel. I'm not a Grendel fan. I've never played him in my entire life. I played him when he first came out. He was trash, so I just feed him to Helmet for Nourish. But now they reworked him, and they say he's pretty good. So he can feast on enemies, gain armor, then he can cast his Nourish, and he is a... You can hear the enemies through his stomach. It's amazing. So yeah, third ability, he turns into a ball that is actually usable now after the rework. Good CC, I guess, and it also armor strips, right? Yeah, it armor strips enemies. Very good, actually. Fourth ability, pukes out enemies doing toxin damage. So yeah, it's pretty good, actually. He armor strips and then he just pukes them out. And deals toxin damage, which is weak to the health. So you armor strip them, you puke them out. Insane. Honestly, I thought he was gonna be much worse. I would say... There. No, sorry. There. Wait, now that I think about it... I think this is perfect. Right there. For now, this is perfect. He can easily go level cap. Wait. Wait a minute. I want to see the synergy one more time. I think he's higher than that. Bro, the armor strip is almost instant. 2 bounces and they're armor stripped. Does it seal with power strength? Wait. If it skills with power strength, he's gonna be fucking S tier. 1 sec. It does. Oh my god, it does. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, bro. Oh my god, 1 second. Oh my god. Okay. Bam. Very versatile. Okay, I take it all back. He's insane. He's insane. It gives you bonus armor, so you can build him for low shield and big health numbers, you know? It gives you toxin, so he's gonna be one of the best Warframes for Corpus. Damage over time, kills them instantly, as you can see. You have free Nourish, if you have enemies, of course. You have a free Nourish. So, because it's Grendel, you don't have to subsume. And if you want, you can subsume his fourth or his third for another damage thing or a grouping ability if you want. It is fully optional. Personally, I would use him as he is because he can literally armor strip anything. Yeah. He's high A tier. He's just below Citrine. He's high A tier. Alright, next up, Gyre. Okay, I can tell you a pretty accurate tier about Gyre because I actually played Gyre. I like her a lot, but she's lacking a bit as well. I like her a lot though. So I would say Gyre is mid B, like here. I'm thinking about Ember. I'm thinking about putting her up, bro. Now that I think about Gyre, I think Ember is hot. Ember is better than Gyre, okay? Because Gyre can't armor strip. Okay, I definitely think Ember is here now. Like this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Ember has to go up, now that I think about it. Okay, so again, this is my list, right? I do whatever the heck I want. She has this cool dash animation, I guess. Her first ability, electric damage to enemies. Second ability, groups up enemies. So the more you cast of these, the more damage you have. Pretty sure that's how it works, right? Yeah, damage per second. Electric damage per second. Her third ability gives you critical chance for everything that you have. And it also recasts the ability, also it has a cooldown if you don't recast it. Recast the ability with your fourth. The fourth gives you damage, discharge range, and discharge damage. And it also buffs this ability. It buffs all of your electric damage basically. So you turn into an electric thing like this. You group them up, activate your 3, bam, red crits. This is Gyre. If you have an armor stripping tool, you can easily kill enemies, nuke them in like a second if you have an armor stripping ability. This reason here is why Ember is better than Gyre, because Ember can literally straight up armor strip. Gyre is lacking armor strip. If I had something to armor strip or to prime them with viral or corrosive, they would be one shot. But I don't. So yeah, that's why I'm ranking her over here, or like where she is. Wait, can she pull enemies? No. Alright. So yeah, that's where Gyre is. She's very strong if you have an armor stripping ability, I repeat. Like, if you want to nuke with Ember, I would say Gyre is better. The only reason why, she's better for the fact that you can nuke, okay? If you want to nuke with your fourth as Ember, or as Gyre, right? I would say Gyre is better because if you armor strip, she's gonna do insane damage. I can show you an example if you want. Let's get Unariu. So if this works, I'm immediately placing like, for this type of thing, Gyre is gonna be better for this type of thing. So group them up, armor strip them. See? I knew it. There you go. Gyre is better than Ember if you want to nuke like this. But in order to do this, you need to armor strip. Ember has a free armor strip. That's why I think Ember is better. But I could be wrong. Like, if you think that you have something to armor strip, use Gyre. If you don't have armor strip, use Ember. You can use like Terrify from Necros. You can use Bast. No. Don't use Bastilo. You can use wait. I want to see if it works with Epitaph. 1 second. Will this work? I'm actually curious now. I mean, it's more damage. Not crazy damage though. Yeah, definitely. So this is the build. Um, okay, wait. So let's pretend I have Terrify on my first ability, right? Oh yeah, okay, listen. Listen to me. Terrify on the first, Armor Strip, group them up, nuke. This, yeah, this is better than Ember. Yeah, definitely. Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Definitely, definitely. I would say she's still better than Gara though, and Baruch for sure. So she's gonna be there. Yeah. If you have armor strip, bro, this Warframe is insane. Her base kit doesn't offer it, but yeah, she can definitely be insane. Um, we're not going off base kits, right? Well, we are, but if there's like a niche thing that makes it the Warframe OP, I still think he should be ranked up higher, in my opinion. Again, this is my list. Like, because I put, let's say, Excalibur here, that doesn't mean I'm saying that the Warframe is shit, right? You can obviously use it if you enjoy it. What I'm saying is that these Warframes can do what he can do a lot easier. For example, Gauss. How is Excalibur gonna reach the level of Gauss, bro? You know what I mean? Like, so fast. Everything is so fast on Gauss. Nothing can reach this. Almost nothing. Of course, there's more S tier Warframes. We'll get there eventually. All right, let's speed it up a bit. Harrow. Let's speed it up. I'm gonna be honest. One feature use. So, Harrow is all about crits, right? Crit, crowd control, and support. Harrow is a solo Warframe. Many of you think he's a team Warframe, but actually no, he's a solo Warframe. So you use his one, you get a lot of shield, drain your shield for reload speed, and some other things that I don't want to mention because I'm bored. Fire rate, reload speed, base duration, and lifesteal, and initial heal. So you get a bunch of things with his second ability, right? His third ability, you swing this lantern, and now I have 31 energy per enemy that I kill. So if I kill this guy, let me armor strip so it's faster. I have 124 energy for free because it was a headshot, right? And my fourth ability makes me invulnerable to all damage, anything, iframes immediately. And the more damage I prevent, the more critical chance increase I receive. Let me show you. I'm gonna pause them. Oh shit, I messed up. Let me show you again. So, use his fourth. I'm preventing some damage. Use his second for fire rate. Stun them. And we wait 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Top right corner, you can see the 50% crit chance increase. Look at that. Look at that. 4 rec crits. Insane, right? So yeah, Harrow is a very good Warframe, actually. So, I would say, where did I put him? He has that one feature, but he can also survive. Why did I put him here? What the fuck? I would say he is here. He's pretty good. He has some mechanics of Gauss, obviously, but he's not as good as Gauss. Like, no. Okay, Hildren. I'm sorry, and I will explain why. I'm not gonna take that back. Actually, no, she does have one feature. I'm sorry, she does have one feature. Let me show you the feature. First ability, first of all, this Warframe uses shields for energy. He doesn't have energy. First ability, her exclusive secondary. that is poopy, does nothing. Trust me, is so fucking retarded, takes forever to charge, no damage, useless ability. Second ability, Pillage. Gives you shields. Third ability, drains your shields and gives energy to your allies. This is all she does. This is why you use Hildren, to give energy to your allies. It also does some damage that is not worth mentioning because it doesn't scale with anything and it's so slow. And you might be wondering, what does this fourth ability do? Launches you to... Wait, need more shields. My bad. Why did I cast energy? Oh, also her pillage can armor strip if you use it a bunch of times. Depending on your power strength. Fourth ability. Launches you to the sky. To the skies. Oh, I am the skies. Yeah, you might be thinking this is sick, right? Does some damage, and if you cast it again, or whenever my shields are fully depleted, it will do this stupid animation and do some damage. This is Hildren. I mean, she's decent, right? She can armor strip, she can give energy. She's decent. She has that one feature. There you go. She's not trash. She's not like Garbo. She's poopy, but she's decent. I would say better than Caliban. Like, definitely. She's decent. Next up, Hydroid. Hydroid used to be down here. He was the worst frame in the game. But now, with the rework, he goes here. I don't want to show you like what he does because I don't use Hydroid. I would say he's around here in the middle. Could be up here actually. I'm not sure how broken he is. If he could be up here, but because I don't want to mention Hydroid, because I really don't play Hydroid and I don't really care, so I'm just gonna place him like here. He could be S tier. I could be coping so much right now, but whatever. Next up, in arrows. Here we go. I'm sorry for those claps. I am an Inaros hater, as you both know. Okay. What does Inaros do? Let me show you. First ability, stunts enemies. That's all it does. Second ability, does this to an enemy, and you can suck her vagina off. I said it. I don't give a shit. This is not family friendly, and I am invulnerable. But I can't do anything else while in this state. I can't use my primary weapon. I can't move. But I'm invulnerable, and I'm stuck sucking her off for an eternity. She likes it. She's moaning. Oh, cringe. His third ability. Instead of pulling them to you, he's bouncing them away from you, as you can see. And I'm not invulnerable. I can still take damage. So this is trash. And his fourth ability, suck off your own health to give you 100% armor that doesn't scale with power strength. This doesn't scale. This is Inaros. Oh, you might be thinking I'm tanky because I have armor. Well, this is how tanky I am, and I have full tank mods. I have armor, health. Look how tanky I am. And my passive ability, when you die, you turn into a coffin. That sucks off enemies. If you manage to kill enough enemies, or sorry, one enemy, you get respawned. But as you can see, I do 75 damage to him, and my damage doesn't scale with my power strength. So it's impossible to kill an enemy. But you know what the good thing is? Your allies can kill those enemies for you, so you can get revived. What do I think about Inaros? I'm not even gonna talk about it anymore. You know. Next up, Ivara, my queen. I love this Warframe. I fucking love this Warframe. She's here. Sorry. In my opinion, this is my list, okay? This is my list. So, there. Sorry. There. Perfectly. This is my list. Other people would tell you, bro, she's bottom of D tier. No, she's right there. She's insane. Let me show you what Ivara does. I use Ivara every single day. I'm trying to build her. That's why she's rank 0. I have her 4 months right now. So basically, your goal of Ivara, you can turn invincible, do extra damage. You can use your dash wire. With the Oakman, you do extra damage once again. You can go invincible with your third ability, but you can't bullet jump, sprint, because it will deactivate. So your goal as Ivara is to the fourth ability, by the way, has a exclusive bow that is not that good. So I subsumed it with Empower. So I can use my dash wire, like this, and have more Empower Quiver. Also, her second ability, she can control any projectile, even my Epitaph. Any projectile, even bullets. Like this. This is a projectile, right? And the further it travels, the more damage it's gonna do. So let me show you something very sexy. I'm using the wrong build as well, and that was still gonna be strong. Let me show you something insane. I hope you're ready for this. Activate your 4th, which is Empower. Activate your 3. Spawn in enemies. Sorry, wait, I did it wrong. So you do that. You do some damage to them. Throwing power. Boom. Activate it. Bam. 362%. You turn invincible, or you can use this to turn invincible. If you can throw it somewhere, like over here, if you have more range or whatever it needs. Activate your second ability. Sorry. Activate your 4th. Then activate your second. Throw your glaive. Oh, sorry, it needs energy. Wait. Activate your second. You're invincible. Throw your glaive. Have it travel for a little bit. And then, what's this? I'm gonna do it again because I wasn't looking at them. Oh wait. I jumped to the wrong thing. There we go, 362. I was like, wait a minute. That's not right. Okay, look. So you have it travel it around. Look. 311 million. I can reach damage cap with this. 2 billion! You show that. I did it on the video, bro. On the fucking clip. That was damage cap. I hit damage cap. You can see how insane this can scale, right? Imagine that was a 99999 enemy. It will be damage cap every single time. That's why I like Ivara so much. Anyways, next up, Gora, the queen. The queen of survival missions. S tier. Let me show you what Gora does. Everyone loves Gora. There's not a single person who doesn't like Gora. So basically, again, Gora is like Gara. You need a stat stick for her to work. So basically, you spawn in enemies. I don't have the best Gora build, but it works. Look, spawn in enemies. Use your first ability. And your first ability scales off your combo counter. So the more I hit them, the higher my damage will be. I know I don't have the best build, but it can definitely scale to the infinite. I can sit here forever, and the damage will keep scaling until it's at 12 stacks, you know? And then it won't scale anymore. But when it gets to 12 stacks, I am going to be able to kill like level cap enemies. So her fourth ability crowd controls enemies to the war room. Second ability groups up enemies, it's the ensnare, and her first ability is this, the whip though. That scales up your melee weapon because it's a stat stick. Third ability, your pet is useless. I replace it with dispensary so I can get energy and health. It's a pretty old build, but you usually don't want to do dispensary. You can use, for example, Varuna's Third, because Varuna's Third gives you energy drops instantly when you kill an enemy with a melee weapon. So yeah, you can use that, this, or you can use Spectral Siphon. Anything works. So yeah, Gora, I don't need to say much. She is S tier. She is the best like camping Warframe. And she's also good for resources because she has a augment mod called Strangle. I forgot the name of it. I have it on. Let me show you. Piffering Strangle Dome. That gives you bonus resources if you kill enemies within your fourth ability. So yeah, S tier. Kullervo. I don't have Kullervo, but I have clips of Kullervo. Let me show you. This clip is gonna prove like how good he is. Look. Just have a look. He can basically turn any melee into a red crit. This is Kullervo. He can also give Overguard to himself with his second ability. He can chain enemies with his third ability, group them up with Ensnare because you assume he's fourth, because his fourth is useless. And then, if you kill one of those enemies, they will all die because they're chained from your third ability. He is an absolute beast, S tier. He's an absolute beast. He is the king of melee, literally. He's the king of melee and red crits. Lavos. I think I don't have Lavos, I'm not gonna lie. Let me check though, just to make sure. Yeah, I don't. Lavos can be good. He's decent for Railjack. He's decent for some missions like survival. He's not trash, but he's definitely one feature use. I can't explain because I don't have him, but I don't like him. No, I don't think a lot of people like Lavos, in my opinion, or I don't think so anyway. So yeah, one feature use. Limbo Bimbo, one feature use. He can go in level cap, right? He can, but that doesn't mean he's good. He's only got one feature. So let's say I am in a mobile defense mission, right? Or I am in a interception mission, sabotage, anything, even survival. I can use my fourth. Anything inside the zone is within a different dimension, right? So if I go outside, so enemies that are outside can't shoot me. Also, if I press shift, I am inside that zone of the bubble. So now I am invulnerable to everything. Nothing can hit me. Because these guys are in a different dimension. And I'm in my own dimension. I am in limbo, basically. Right? So, in here, if I use my second ability, nothing can move inside this bubble. So that's his only use. He's good for spy missions, he's good for mobile defense, he's good for interception, he's good for survival, he's good for defense. But he's not buffing your abilities, your damage, he's just useful for this feature, right? So he's not that bad, right? He's here, you know. I could place him anywhere. He's D tier. He's not useless. He's pretty usable. But you definitely don't want to be using him in a team environment because your teammates will get very annoyed because you can't use abilities inside the zone. Like if I use Saren's fourth, it won't go outside the zone, right? So imagine there's a Saren and there's some enemies over here. These guys won't get affected. So that way you control your teammates. So I do recommend you not to use him if you're willing to play in a team environment. Next up, here we go, boys. We've been waiting for this one. Loki, absolute dog shit. Not worse than in Arrows, though. Absolute dog shit. Not worse than in Arrows. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Loki's only use is to test is your dummy Warframe. Like, it's the Warframe. Wait, what the fuck? It's the Warframe that you use to test damage because he does nothing. He literally does nothing, bro. Okay, let me explain his kit. So, I subsumed his first ability because I was running some fancy bullshit. Okay, here we go. First ability. Someone said decoy that is level 1 and gets one-shotted by every single enemy in the game. One shot. Doesn't scale with strength, doesn't scale with duration, with range, nothing. He's just a one-shot. Useless. Second ability. You turn invincible. This is the only thing he has going for him, by the way. That he can turn invincible. He turns invincible. Very useful. Very cool. Enemies can't see you. Your guns are fully... Okay, your guns are not suppressed. But yeah, you know what I mean. You're quiet, you're sneaky, beaky, like, you know. Pretty good ability. His third ability. You can... Wait, let me summon some enemies. You can switch teleport with an enemy, or with your teammate. So, let's say I was in another room and I see this guy. Boom, we switch teleports. He's decent for, I guess, some spy missions. You can get in hard places like up there. You can cause your clone, get close to it. And wait. Oh, I fucked it up, one sec. For example, up there. I can switch teleport and be up here without jumping, you know? Pretty useful sometimes, right? His fourth ability. You wanna know what it does? You might be thinking, oh my god, everything you said is trash. This is gonna be so good. No, listen to me. This is all it does. Disarms enemies. It disarms enemies. That's all it does. Nothing. That's all it does. Oh, did I mention he's passive? Wait, I'm not even gonna read it. You wanna see what it does? I wish I had a face cam to show you my reaction. This is my passive, guys. This is my passive. Is it unique? Yes, it is. Is it useful? No, absolutely not. Not a single time in this video game, in a level cap environment, will you need to stick on a wall. Never. Useless passive. There you go. So, you remember what he does, right? Decoy, switch teleport, invincible, and disarm. What if I told you that there's one Warframe with a single ability that replaces 3 of his abilities? Which Warframe is that? Wisp. Okay, Wisp. Which ability? Her second. Her second ability. Decoy. Right? Switch teleports. And you get iframes. You're invulnerable for like 3 seconds. Free rolling guard. Again, decoy. Invincible to damage for 3 seconds. And switch teleport. There is a pet that disarms enemies. It's a hound from Sisters of Parvos. So if you use this and Wisp second, you replace the whole Warframe in one ability and one fucking dog. So Loki is trash, but unfortunately, guys, I hate to break it to you, but I have to place him here because he is the best Warframe for unlocking ribbons because he can go invincible, right? Yvara can go invincible as well. I guess Ash could do it, but he has some usefulness, I guess. He's the dummy of the game, right? You can use him for testing your guns. So I'm not gonna. I just don't want to put him in the same tier as Inaros. Like nothing can reach that tier. Trust me. Okay, next up, Mag, the queen of damage cap. The queen. I love Mag. Love you. Here, straight up there. Honestly, better than Citrine. Let me show you what Mag does. I have one of the strongest Mag builds in the game. Okay. Also, I bought her heirloom skin because I used to love Mag. Mag used to be my main. I love this Warframe. I still love her. Like she's so fun to use. So her first ability, I don't have it, but it basically pulls enemies towards you. Let me show you real quick. It's the best grouping ability in the game. Okay. Look, I go here, bam, everyone is here. Instantly. Instantly, you can be anywhere, up here. If you have the range, everyone would be up here. If you have the range, it scales with range. Over here, everyone is up here. Bam! There's an augment for this ability that brings you loot called Greedy Pool. Pool augment adds 100% chance to pull pickups towards mag every single loot. Okay, that's the first ability. Let me switch back to my main build so I can actually do some damage. Okay, second ability. Summons this zone, let's say I'm at the head. Anything you shoot through this zone will be redirected to the enemies. Head, because I aimed at the head. So every single attack is a headshot. And it multiplies your damage based on your ability strength, and when it explodes, it spreads the damage into all of the enemies, if they're still alive, of course. So at this rate, 3.36 times my damage to every single thing inside the bubble, headshot. Right? The third ability reduces enemy defense and making them weak to more damage, basically. So these guys are weak. Now I can do more damage to them. The fourth ability gives you shields, over shields, as you can see top right corner, and permanently armor strips. By the way, this gun I'm using has a ricochet, right? Bounces off the wall. So imagine I use armor strip, this multiplies my damage, and I shoot once. Ricochets into all of them, exploding. Can you imagine that? Imagine if I prime them. I can prime them with 10 viral. You want to see that in action? 1 second. I will show you right now. Let me show you that in action. So you prime them. Wait, for some reason I don't have viral on my epitaph. 1 sec. Technical difficulties. What the fuck? There we go. There we go, 10 stacks. Bam. Bam. Wait, why is no one in my bubble? Anyway, bam. 10 stacks. 2 million. And above. There you go. This is Mag. This is Mag. She's here. She's not S tier. She's not crazy, but she's definitely up there. She's definitely up there. Definitely up there. Alright, next up we got Mesa. I would say around here. A tier. Bottom of A tier, basically. So Mesa. Her first ability, useless. You subsume it with Nourish, so you get some free viral damage. Second ability gives you damage and disarms enemies and makes them vulnerable to even more damage. Third ability gives you armor. Armor and damage vulnerability. No, it just gives you damage reduction, my bad, doesn't give you armor. 95% damage reduction. Fourth ability, aimbots. Literal aimbots. This can scale up to insanely amounts of damage depending on the build and depending on your crit chance. As you can see, my Mesa build is not the best, but you can still kill them, right? So yeah, if you want red crits, damage, not level cap, but almost close to level cap. She doesn't scale to level cap, but she's close. She's close. She's close up there. She's versatile. She's very good. Bottom of A tier. Nothing to really talk about her. She's very simple to understand, right? Like, I don't think anybody will have a hard time understanding Mag. Like, honestly. Okay. Sec. Which one was I using? Oh, this one, right? Yeah. Okay, next up, Mirage. Okay, after the Eclipse nerf, Mirage will be here. Right now, she is here, above Ivara. So, what does Mirage do? She's got Eclipse, which is a multiplicative damage multiplier. And after the nerf of Eclipse, if you guys didn't know, Eclipse will be getting nerfed. It will basically be a base damage multiplier and not a multiplicative damage multiplier. But they said, DE said at least on Mirage, that it will be better. It won't depend on your light source, because right now it depends on your light source. And it will be even better only on Mirage. So why do I think that Mirage is so strong? Very simple. You use your, by the way, Funzo, right? It's inevitable. The damage that I'm about to show you is very inevitable. You use Exodia Contagion. Activate your Eclipse. I have Bridger subsumed. Go close to them. Do this. Go far away so you can have the maximum value of Eclipse. And do this. What's the damage? Whoa, look at the damage. 60 million. You see that? Bam. You want to see it again? Sorry. Sorry. Fuck. Oh, there we go. The problem with this is Eclipse, because if I go close to them, I get the other buff, which is damage reduction. So you have to be very, very far away from them. Wait, does it follow my... No. So yeah, if you have the Eclipse on, damage is deadly. First ability, summons clones of yourself, resulting to even more damage. It's like you have 4 more Zos firing at the enemies right now. Second ability, stuns enemies. If it's low level content and you have explosive Linger main, it can nuke ESO for XP, can do a lot of things. And also, you don't have to subsume her fourth. Her fourth is actually very useful if you have the correct build. If you have this build right here, with Prism Guard, basically keeps the ball of death on top of you. And I have Roar, so I can increase the damage even further. And the damage is just insane. But you have Armor Strip in order for this to work in Steel Path. So this is the build. You Armor Strip, you cast it, and everything is dead. Well, yeah. With your clones, there you go. Everything will die. It's just pretty weird. I don't know why it didn't die, but everything would die, yes. Okay, so Mirage, right now he's here. After the nerfs of Eclipse, he will be up here. Okay, Necros, oops. Okay, thank God. Thank God everything didn't just reset right there. Necros. I don't want to talk about Necros too much. The only thing he's got is his Armor Strip. Everything else is useless except his third. It gives you bonus loot if you have the Spoil, which gives you extra loot on dead corpses. So yeah, Necros, here. Sorry, no, here, bottom. He can reach level cap because of his Armor Strip. His fourth is useless, his first is useless, his second is useful, his third is useful. So you can subsume his fourth and use Nourish, I don't know, whatever you want to use at this point. I don't want to talk about him because he is very easy to understand. You kill enemies, you summon them back with your fourth, you use your one, or you hold your one to kill an enemy instantly and bring him back as your own, depending on his health, of course. Like, they're not always gonna die instantly. So yeah, it's a pretty weird mechanic. And you can also Armor Strip, depending on your strength, of course. So yeah, pretty decent Warframe. Is he good? Not really. He's not the best. But he's usable. He's nothing like Inaros or Frost or Loki. He's very usable up to level cap. Efficiently. He can easily go to level cap. This Warframe can easily go to level cap. Doesn't need much, right? Neja. In the current state of Warframe, he is around here. So, again, I don't want to talk about him a lot because he's a very easy to understand Warframe. His first ability gives him, I guess, some move speed, makes enemies get on fire, crowd control. Second ability makes your attacks more viable to the enemies, makes enemies vulnerable basically, and you can also teleport to it. So pretty useful, right? I might change my vote now because I forgot he had that. Third ability. damage vulnerability, basically. You turn into a tank, gives you armor, damage reduction. Fourth ability, normally it's some spikes, you can crowd control enemies, and with Yokman it does some weird shit that I don't understand. I think it's just armor strip on the spiked enemies. So it's pretty good. In this case I'm using Revenant Reeve. Basically I do 10 viral procs and I do this, so I kill the enemies. It's a pretty decent build. Can definitely work, as you can see. So yeah, now that I see him, he's actually over here, just below Ember, maybe even above Ember. I don't know. You be the judge of that. I think it's above Ember, honestly. He's very good. Now that I think about it, he's pretty good. Yeah. Next up, Nidus. I don't use Nidus. I used to use Nidus. Do I think he's good? No. Is he useful? Absolutely yes. He can easily go to level cap efficiently. Better than Necros, better than Gara. Definitely better than Ember. Yeah, he stops here, around here. Basically, what can Nidus do? He's immortal. He can't ever die because of his stacks. Let me show you. So, you can use his abilities. In order to use his abilities, you need stacks. You use the first ability to get stacks. As you can see, I have 2, 3, 4. You use Larva to get stacks even easier. There you go. My third is linking one enemy, gives you armor, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. Yeah, gives you armor of the linked enemy. And his fourth ability, he uses 10 stacks, does this weird animation, gives you health regen, and the enemies inside the zone give you more stacks. And now, if enemies kill me because I have more than 10 stacks, I will never die, ever. I'm just gonna lose 10 of my stacks and respawn over here. Look, all they're gonna do to me is lose me 10 of my stacks. Look. Boom. I'm undead. Invulnerable, iframes. Boom, again. I just lose 10 stacks. And I can just use my larva and be immortal. I don't like this Warframe because I don't like his playstyle. But I respect this Warframe. He's strong. He's definitely strong. I can't hate on him because he's good. He's decent, right? He's unkillable. So yeah, this is Nidus. Very good, very strong. Not my type of Warframe, but I respect him. He's definitely up there. Nova. Now, I love Nova. I love Nova. I absolutely love Nova. I don't think she's around here actually. She could be here. I'm gonna put her here. She could be here easily. Easily above me. No. No, I don't think so. So Nova. Nova, Bova, Gova. Alright, first ability gives you damage reduction. If you go near enemies, these orbs will get exploded, do some CC, crowd control, and it gives you damage reduction. Wait, why are the enemies unpaused? Whatever. Second ability, useless, mostly used for nuking Corpus units. Let me show you what I mean. It can only nuke Corpus and infested units with some heavy attacks like the Glaive Prime. Let me show you what I mean so you don't think I'm coping or capping. I mean, tech. You can nuke Corpus, like units that have no armor. You can nuke any unit that has no armor. So as you saw, 13,000 impact damage. Look at this. Okay, it doesn't completely kill them, but it does a lot of damage. There you go. Very strong. Only for unarmored units. Remember that. Not for every unit. Third ability. Teleport that can travel you anywhere depending on your range. Let me show you. I have a build that subsumes her second ability for Nourish because her second is pretty useless. Look at this. You can go from here to there. And I want to go back. Boom, I'm back. Instantly. Very, very broken ability, very useful, good for literally anything. Speedrunning, very nice. The ultimate, the fourth ability, you can mod it for slowing down enemies. Basically, it primes enemies, right? So they take increased damage, and you can slow them down, or you can speed them up with minus ability strength. Nova also looks very cool. I love her. I love her fashion. Anyways, so let me unpause enemies to show you how this build works. So you slow them down, activate your first for some armor. Wait, let me not die here. Oh shit, I have their own thing. It's fine. It's fine though. Alright, look how slow they are. See that slow effect? Very slow. And also, they will die in one hit because they're primed. That means they take increased damage from any sources. So yeah, if I was to have Nourish on, these guys are one shot. Let me show you. Video fourth, Nourish. Bam. Oh wait, I didn't explode it. Bam. Look, 80 you see that? Wait, one more time. That was kind of satisfying. Whoops, not bad. There we go. Oh, that was satisfying. Okay. So this is Nova. I love her. Honestly, love her. Bottom of A tier. Me personally, I think she's around here, above him. Me personally, I think she's here. Me personally. Nyx. Okay, so in Overframe, Nyx is like C tier, and I don't understand why. Like, she's insanely good. She is one of my main Warframes. I would say below Nova. She's one of my main Warframes because I love her way too much. I think she's broken. I think she needs a nerf. And people are saying that she's C tier, and I don't understand why. Like, guys. What fuck? Okay, let me explain to you what she does. Fourth ability, useless. Subsume it, does nothing. Okay, it makes you invulnerable, but you can't move. Even with the augment, drains too much energy, uncontrollable. You can't use it, okay? Alright, first ability. Makes you a free clone that does a lot of damage with the augment, or just a destruction for you to survive. Second ability, fully, permanently, armor strips. With only... with only... By the way, look at my build. Do you see any power strength mods? Neither do I. You know how I have 130 strength? Archon shards. You need 130 strength to fully armor strip and shield strip. It shield strips as well. You know what's the shield strip? This guy has shield, right? No shield. Only health. She is the only Warframe, or I'm not sure if she's the only one, I can't remember off the top of my head, but she's one of the only Warframes that can do this mechanic. She can strip shields. Third ability makes enemies look at themselves as you, so they shoot themselves and other enemies in the ability is literally called Chaos. It creates chaos between enemies. Let me show you. So you spawn them in, use your third, and I can just go eat dinner because these guys are never gonna attack me. Look at this. They see themselves as enemies. They see me in front of them basically, and they think I'm there. So they shoot themselves. This is Nyx. She can do endurance runs very efficiently without a lot of effort. Honestly, you just need 130% to fully armor strip. I just want you to think about that. 130 to fully armor and shield strip. That's insane. That alone right there is A tier, bro. Honestly I could put her in S tier, but I'm not gonna because I'm not a psychopath. She's around here. She's very good. Honestly, I don't see how she's an A tier. Like, why are people saying that she is C tier? I don't understand, bro. Anyways. Next Warframe, Oberon. Where do I put this guy? This guy is a piece of trash. Yes, he is. Let me... Oh, wait, correction. Correction. There you go. In ours is worse. One sec. Oberon. So, Oberon. Oberon. His first ability. Oh, whoopsie. Forgot to pause them. Okay, so, first, first ability. Radiation into enemies. That's all it does. Radiation into enemies. Second ability. Summons these plants that heal you. And radiation to enemies. Third abilities. Heals you. Heals your health, actually. That's all it does. Fourth ability. Radiation to enemies. Does it look cool? It does. Is it useful ever? No, never. Never in any mission, literally. Yeah, his his kit is just outdated in my opinion. He's good for low level content, like normal SO, I guess, with his fourth ability. And he's healing. But when we talk about endurance runs, he is in the bottom. He has nothing going for him. He's just in the bottom. In the bottom of trash in F tier. Literally. S, A, B, C, D, F. F tier. Octavia. There you go. Let me explain what. You want me to explain why? Okay. Let me explain why. Wait, let me make sure I have the right builds. There it is. Yep. You ready? You ready for this? Get some energy. Oh wait, forgot to. There we go. Look. Oh, they are paused. My bad. Turn invincible and watch them die. It is Octavia. You can try him if you want to do even more damage to them, but that's gonna slow them down. I'm kind of stupid, but yeah, this is Octavia. Basically, the more enemies you have, they will shoot at the ball, and they will take damage from your ball, and you will always be invincible because you will. So yeah, as you can see, she is insane. Sometimes they hit you because they're shooting randomly. But yeah, she scales infinitely until level cap. Infinitely. Your damage is the enemy's damage, if that makes sense. So yeah, she is boring and awful to play, but she's one of the best Warframes in the game for survival and excavation and defending an objective. She's the best. She is the best for that. Same with Gora. Her and Gora, best. Let me fix it. There we go. Okay, there's not much to say for Octavia, literally. She's just broken. Use her before she gets nerfed because she's been broken for a while, so she might be getting nerfed in the near future. I don't know, I'm not jinxing anything. I'm sorry, I'm not jinxing anything. Next up, Protea. Again, one amazing Warframe. What she can do. She has Dispensary, the thing that gives you energy, shield, and ammo. She has this that gives you shields. If you hold it, it gives you shields. You can go over here. You do this, it CCs enemies and gives you some more shields. So, second ability, you have your turrets that do heat damage. If you have 2 green shards, Archon shards, they can armor strip enemies, do insane amount of damage, and they scale infinitely until the enemies die, or until you cast it again. So if these guys are armor strips, look at the damage. And with 2 green shards, you can fully armor strip them. And, did I mention her fourth? Stops time, okay? And anything that happens before you die will be reversed. Anything that happens to enemies, though, will stay the same. So I did that much damage to that guy. I go back in time, I get iframes, and that guy's dead. Her fourth ability is I love it or hate it, because some people don't like this stupid animation that's this thing. But it gives you iframes, so I love it, personally. Where do I think that Octavia is? Protea is? Right over here, around Grendel level. Boom, right there. Very strong. Very, very strong. She could easily be S tier, I just don't use her. So, top of A tier. Corvex. This is gonna shock some people, okay? So Corvex, he's good. He's a good Warframe, okay? He can do a lot. Basically, his abilities are all about damage and radiation damage. So, what you do, you put down his pillar. You press your second ability to group, your third for stacks and damage reduction and damage bonus, then you press his fourth. And that's gonna do a lot of damage to the enemies, if they're weak to radiation. Even if they're not weak to radiation, it will explode through everyone around and spread the damage. But let's say you are in Netra cells, okay? As you can see, those guys are not even weak to radiation, and they almost died. All of them. The ones that I grouped are all dead. Let's say I'm against these guys. These guys are weak to radiation, okay? Look at the damage. I want you to look at the damage. I want you to pay attention. Yeah. You might be saying, but those guys are damaging themselves. Okay. Let's summon these guys that are also weak to radiation. Same thing. Enjoy the view. Yeah. 1 second. There you go. Beautiful. Where do I think he is? There. Top of B tier. Well, yeah, right there. There you go. Very good Warframe. I do think that people are hating this Warframe a little bit. I don't know why. Literally. I just showed you. He can do that in any survival, defense. Anything that can group, he will always do that. Because he's insane. Like, I don't think there is anything better than fucking Corvex when it comes to nuking. Gyre is better if she armor strips. Ember is good if she armor strips and she armor strips. So they are all at the same tier. This guy does it all though because he has radiation. Gyre has electricity. Ember has fire. So in my opinion, because of the explosions, he doesn't have to armor strip. So he's immediately better than Gyre. Gyre has to armor strip, right? He doesn't. So he's above. Definitely. Next up, we have Revenant. Okay, how do I describe Revenant? Is he good? Yes, he's insane. Is he fun to play? Absolutely not. Let me explain. Wait, let me summon some heavy gunners. He's the guy that brings Reeve, if you remember from my Neja build. So, you do this to an enemy. You, forgot the name of the ability, whatever. You ensnare? No. You enthrall him, sorry. You enthrall him, that enemy shoots to another enemy, and that another enemy is enthralled as well, and they all get enthralled. So it's like Nyx, no one will attack you. Second ability, makes you immortal. You are immortal. You can't die, anything that shoots you gets stunned and falls asleep. How do you reactivate it? Simple. You run out of stacks, you press it again. There you go, unkillable again. Fourth ability is useless. It does these lasers that do nothing in Steel Path. And his third ability is pretty good. You can prime enemies. Boom, they're dead. Because it drains their health. With viral, 300% and something damage. This guy is immortal, immune, very good, very sexy, easily S tier. But I don't play him because he's not fun to play. I don't like Revenant, but that doesn't mean that he's bad. He's just. Next up, Rhino. Where is Rhino? Um, he's outdated a lot. He has decent scaling. He's over here, bro. Rhino is he's so outdated, bro. He's so outdated. His first ability does nothing. He just dashes forward, doing nothing. His second ability is called Iron Skin. Gives you armor, sorry, overguard armor. And the more damage you take before the effect activates, the more overguard you receive. His third gives you faction damage to everything. Abilities, weapons, secondary, melee damage, everything double dips. Even your glaive. Double dips the slash. See that? Double dips. Fourth ability, stuns enemies in a nice animation. Is he bad? No. He's good. He can get to level cap efficiently, of course. So I guess he's here. Not there, my bad. But I don't know, bro. I've been playing Rhino like for years, so I don't play him anymore. Like he's such a classic Warframe. He's so easy to understand, so easy to use. You press 2, you're tanky, 3, you have damage, 4, you stun. Like that's Rhino. You can also subsume his first for, I don't know, grouping if you want. Whatever, literally, whatever. I can't even recommend you. He's so easy to use. Saren. Next to Gauss. Why? Why is she so good? Okay, first of all, Saren is the most popular Warframe in Warframe. She is my main, but why is she my main? First of all, Saren is the first ever Prime that I've gotten. Sorry, the second ever Prime that I've gotten. The first one was Nyx. The second one was Saren. Saren back then was insanely OP, but no one used her because no one knew that she was insanely OP. She used to be able to armor strip, she used to be able to spread the spores on the mold, and the mold exploded, inflicting everyone with armor stripping spores. Then you would activate your miasma and everything would die up to level cap. That was old Saren. Now, Saren is still OP. But the thing is, everyone loves Saren. So I hate that. I hate something that's good and it's popular, you know? The reason I love Nyx so much is because she's popular, and people are flaming me for playing Nyx because they don't know shit. Anyway, I'm off topic again. So, first ability, very simple, very sexy, everyone loves it. Inflicts spores that have corrosive. If you shoot the spores with any AoE or you intentionally shoot them, they will spread into nearby enemies, depending on your range. These spores will armor strip if you have 2 green shards and will lower the enemy's armor. They will also inflict corrosive damage, as you can see, over time. Her second ability cleanses you of status effects, gives you a free decoy. If this explodes, gives toxin damage to every single enemy in the area, depending on your range and your strength. Third ability gives you free toxin to everything that you have, melee, secondary, and primary. Venom Dose, augment for first ability, gives you free corrosive damage to everything that you have, melee, secondary, and primary. Fourth ability, Miasma, you only use that to nuke low level content, or you subsume it with Zaku's Whisper. Zata's Whisper, sorry. It gives you void damage. Anywhere you shoot is this bubble from Mag. This is only headshot, because I shot his head, now every attack will be headshot. So yeah, very, very, very strong. Very, very, very strong. Insane. Also, if you have 2 green shards, you can fully strip and armor. So you can see why Saren is so popular. She's insane. She scales with every single primary in the game, doesn't matter what you use. You will always be OP with Saren. You can't go wrong with Saren. She's so easy to use, so brain dead, so broken. The only thing that she's lacking is survivability. So that's why we run shield tanking or shield gaining. Shield tanking, basically you want Arcane Aegis, so that you can recharge your shield when it runs out. Adaptation, so you can resist more status effects. If you're shield gaining, you want catalyzing shields, so you can have less shield and more invulnerability when your shields are depleted. And you want rolling guard. Also, it would be nice if you had Protective Sling with Vazarin, so you can give yourself even more invulnerability. I recommend you to play Saren. Saren is insane. She will always be insane. DE cannot nerf Saren. It's impossible. This is her nerf state. She used to be even more broken. This is her nerf state. Anyway, I'm getting too excited about Saren because I love her so much. Okay, let's move on. Sevagoth. I can't show you Sevagoth because... Wait, what? Sevagoth? Oh, Gloom. Yeah, Gloom. Well, no one knows about Sevagoth. If I say Gloom, oh yeah, that Warframe where I got Gloom from. Yeah, it's Sevagoth. Sevagoth is a better version of Inaros, basically. He is around here. Situational, he's playable. He's pretty good. I don't think he's bad. He's pretty good, actually. When he dies, he turns into a shadow with talents, exalted talents and abilities unique from every other Warframe in the game. And he actually can deal damage. He can kill someone and be revived, just like Inaros can. He's basically a better Inaros. If you want a similar playstyle to Inaros, but actually strong, play this guy. He can go to level cap, but not efficiently. Definitely not efficiently. You need to shield gate or have arm. I would recommend you to build armor on Sevagoth because you can always res yourself with your passive. So yeah, I think it's decent, honestly. Probably better than around here. Baruch is still better, but around here. Styanax. Okay, Styanax. This guy, this guy before the status rework, this guy was actually good. Now, I think he's a piece of garbage, literally. What does he do? I mean, he's not that bad. You can't say he's terrible. He's just, I think, outclassed and outdated. So what does he do? First ability, groups up enemies. If you hit an enemy, of course. You need to hit an enemy and it groups them up. Second ability, fully armor strips permanently. So you would say, yo, why is that bad? Because that's all he does. Third ability, gives you damage reduction. Fourth ability, useless. It just shoots at enemies, javelins at enemies. So I subsumed it with Eclipse. In the future, when Eclipse gets nerfed, I'm gonna subsume it with Nourish. Is he good? I guess so. Damage reduction, armor strip, and grouping. That's all he does. If you like that, then Styanax is definitely a Warframe that you want to use. Where do I place him? Over here. He can go efficiently to level cap. That's all yeah. Right there. No. Yeah. Exactly. Right there. Yeah. Perfect. Let's move on. Titania. The fastest Warframe in the game. The best Warframe for speedrunning. Void Fissures, capture missions, sabotage, rescue missions. The best of the best at speedrunning. Can she go to level cap efficiently? Absolutely not. But she is top of situational Warframes. I don't want to explain her. I don't want to explain what she does. All she does, you use her fourth ability and you go fast. That's all she's used for. Everyone loves Titania for speedrunning. Yep, exactly. Next up, Trinity. Let me show you. I actually have to show you this one. Because many people think that Trinity is bad, okay? I'll tell you my honest opinion though. Trinity is absolutely busted. Let me show you why. So first off, I want to start with saying that her first ability is useless. You don't have to know what it does. Just read it. It's stupid. So let's move on. I subsumed it with Zata's Whisper, and to get some void damage for Eximus units, basically. Second ability gives you energy if you kill the enemy that you inflicted your ability with. Any second now. I'm not using Bane mod on the Glaive. That's why he's not dying. There you go. Gives me energy. Third ability links 3 other enemies. If you have the augment, it armor strips them. And I do have the augment. So if they shoot me, they're gonna be armor stripped. Fourth ability, damage reduction based on ability strength. 75% is cap. And yeah, damage reduction. And it also heals you. Heals you both shields, pets, and health. Also your companions, objectives, heals everything. So let me unfreeze this, guys, so you can see that she's insane. So you activate your third, fourth, and just stand still and go eat dinner. Look how tanky I am. And the point is, once you get low, all you have to do is click 4. Full HP again. Damage reduction again. You run out of energy, no problem. Use your second ability, and you will slowly get your energy back as you kill the target. There you go, you have energy. Do it again, and you keep repeating this process, and you're unkillable. She can easily get to level cap very efficiently, very easily. So I'm gonna say that she is probably above, yeah, somewhere over here, maybe here. Below, yeah, let's do it, below A tier. I think she's good. People misunderstand Trinity, like, I don't know why. They don't think about the abilities. They just say, oh shit, I don't know this Warframe, I've never seen it anywhere, oh it's shit. Let me get to the meta, you know? But yeah, she's not bad. She can go to level cap efficiently, exactly what I'm saying here. Okay, next up, Valkyr. Valkyr used to be my main Warframe. Why she used to be? Because she used to give you a shit ton of melee attack speed. She used to be the queen of armor and the queen of melee weapons. But what did they do? They added Kullervo. And ever since they added Kullervo, I never played Valkyr again. Because Kullervo has the rec crits, has the nuking ability with the chains. So let me show you what Valkyr does. Valkyr is still my favorite, one of my favorite Warframes. But I don't use her much because of Kullervo. Kullervo ruined her, really. I don't want to explain her first and her. Oh, okay, actually, I will. Wait, let me show you. Because I like this Warframe so much, I just want to show you that they're useless. So first ability, it's this rope. You can rope enemies and make them get close to you, but doesn't do any damage. Really, just useless ability. There you go, just pulls them towards you. Second ability, this is where it gets fun. Attack speed, armor, and they're slowed down. These enemies are slowed down. If you don't cast, you can recast it by the way, this ability. You need to wait for the cooldown to be empty. Third, yeah, the second very good, gives you attack speed. Very nice, very nice. Third ability, destroys your shields and stuns enemies. By the way, Valkyrie doesn't have a lot of shields. So I don't know, like base shields I mean. So I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to do. Useless ability. Read the fourth ability. Valkyr, basically it's an exalted melee weapon. Valkyr's talents. You can mod these and they do insane amounts of damage. Very nice. This is Valkyr basically, second and fourth. This is the build that I'm running on Valkyr. I don't even fucking know anymore. Sorry, not that one. This one. And Rage gives you increased, it's an augment, gives you increased critical chance of critical damage to your fourth. And this build on the talents. It's not even completed, I know, it's jacked up. Well, let me show you anyways, because I still like Valkyr, but she's not that good. Like, she got ruined. She's outdated. She needs a rework. She needs some love. Look at this. I am very sad that Kullervo replaced her. I am so sad because she used to be my favorite melee Warframe, bro. She used to be very nice. Can she go to level cap efficiently? Yes, she can. But she's outdated. She can easily. She needs some love. She needs some love. Okay, next up, Vauban. Okay, I know that Vauban is strong. I never committed to Vauban. I never played him. I don't like Vauban, but I know that he can do some stuff. But in the current meta, I don't see where I can put him. I'm probably gonna do it in one feature because he has only the grouping ability that people are using. There's like a grouping thing that is grouping enemies from inside the walls. Like, let's say an enemy goes here and there was a wall between it. It will group them all from up the wall and from below the wall. So you can do some synergy there, I guess. But yeah, I don't see him going above. He's not even situational. He's just one feature. Volt. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Volt is good. Is he that good? No. He can easily go level cap. He's around here, above Steinax. He's no. Wait. Easily here. Easily. He's the best Warframe for Eidolon Hunts. He's one of the best Warframes for Profit Taker. He's one of the best Warframes if you want free electricity damage through your shields. Speed with your second ability, Shock Trooper for even more damage, and Eclipse if you subsume it, or Nourish, or whatever. He's alright. He's alright. He can definitely go to level cap. Voruna. Do I need to say much? Let me show you. I don't use her, but she's insane, bro. She's insane. Her first ability, wait, let me show you a build that has all 4 of her abilities. First ability, one sec. She has 4 unique passives. First passive, increases parkour velocity. Second passive, status effect resistance, 100% status immunity. Third, increases heavy attack efficiency. Fourth, extra life if you die. So the best one is obviously status effect resistance, or, I mean, you can use whatever you want at a certain time, right? You can change it throughout the mission. So, let me spawn some enemies. First ability, you go invincible and you do extra damage to enemies. Very nice. Second ability, you apply every single status effect on an enemy and you shoot him and he's gonna die. Wait, look at the status effects. Look at the status effects. I don't think it's every single one. It's like 10 stacks of random, no, 5 stacks of random status effects, 10 stacks on them. 5 status effects, 10 stacks on them. Look at this. Look at the status effects. This is insane. Oh, did I mention it spreads to nearby enemies? Her third ability. If you kill someone with melee attacks, gives you energy orbs and health orbs. Look at that. Fourth ability. She goes in the state and she attacks enemies for high damage, depending on your strength and your mods on her. Very nice, very good for slash builds. Insane. Insane Warframe, honestly. I love her. I love her. Definitely bottom of the S tier. Definitely. Wisp. Let me show you. Where do I start? Where do I begin with Wisp? She is so fucking good. There's not much to talk about. First ability. You remember what Ghost does? She does it all. Attack speed, move speed, reload speed. Shock mode gives you extra health, extra shield regeneration. What else? She does more, I forgot. Oh yeah. Fire rate, reload speed. Yeah, I think that's all. Second ability replaces Loki's Will Kit. You can teleport to it, get iframes. Third ability, any damage that I do to these enemies will be multiplicative. Look at this. Wait, the perfect example. the perfect example would be this. Look now. So their contagion. Their force is useless, by the way, don't use it. Look at this. Wait, I can't even aim it. So I'm just gonna get close to it. And any damage I do to them, any high amount of damage, it's gonna spread between them. But I can't do it from far because it's crunch. But you get what I mean. Alright, next up. Sorry, where would I run here? Easily S tier, bro. Easily S tier. Right, next up, Wukong. Wukong, one feature. No, sorry. Situational. He's the best spy mission Warframe because he can go invincible and he can travel through the air. Very good. He has 4 lives. He can die 4 times until he dies. Very nice. Not much to say about him. He's just good for spy missions, I guess. Zaku. I don't have Zaku. He is good for survival and I guess defense. And he scales with enemy level. I definitely think he can go level cap. He can be like over here. Maybe low A tier. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Low A tier. Low A tier. Yoreli. After the rework that she will receive, she will be over here. Easily level cap. After the rework. Right now, she's like situational. She's still strong. She's just not in the right place right now because of her second ability, Merulina. And Zephyr. Okay, first I'm gonna place her, and then I will explain to you what she does. Right there. Why? Why she's there? Let me explain. Let me explain. Let me show you what Zephyr can do. Because you fools have no idea. Everyone is ranking Zephyr in Warframe in fucking F tier. So her first ability, not that good. You travel. You can stay in the air. By the way, Zephyr's passive gives you 150% critical hit chance with weapons while you're in the air. So right now I have plus 150 crit chance. My second ability groups enemies like that. If I hold it, it pushes enemies away. Third ability, I am immune to any enemy gunfire, except melee attacks, of course. I am immune to any damage. You don't believe me? Okay, 1 second. I can go with dinner. It's like I'm Revenant, but it's 10 times more fun because I can actually do damage. Unlike Revenant. Oh, it's out. Let me cast it again. There you go. Immune. Did I mention her fourth? She groups up enemies in her tornadoes. The tornadoes are elemental. So if you do viral, toxin will be applied. If you shoot anywhere, 100% will be ricocheted into the enemies. So if I use my Exodia Contagion, this will happen. Red crits, because I'm in the air. And I can keep using it in the air to get additional crit chance. Insane. If I use Glaive, these guys are one-shot. Imagine the crits. Look at this. Imagine I had Eclipse on this build. Imagine I had Eclipse, or Nourish. Or Roar. Yeah, this Warframe is definitely A tier. And there you go. This is my list. Like it or hate it, I don't care. This is my personal opinion. There's probably some stuff I could change, like Nyx being S tier, Nova being S tier. There's probably some stuff I could change. Citrine S tier, Loki could go here, Lavos could go. You know, it's not the best. It's not perfect. This is just my opinion. So yeah. There you go.